Hello friends and welcome to a new tech review. In this video we will test out a new microphone that you can't really find reviews about. And that was a problem for me because I wanted to test it out and I didn't know what to expect. After all, I got it and I decided to make a review myself. So if you are in the same situation as I was, maybe this video will be helpful for you. So the microphone we will test out today is the Sairen Decent Mic. Kind of self-explanatory. Decent mic. Sairen is a brand of Lanzi and everyone is testing the nano mic, the shotgun mic, the T mic, but no one is testing the decent mic, which is this tiny super cardioid microphone, or at least it is marketed as a super cardioid. We will test that out in a moment. It's a cheap microphone, but it's definitely not the cheapest one. I have cheaper microphones than this one that are doing a great job, so I do have some expectations from this $50 microphone. So let's try it out. First of all, I have to horrify you with the sound of the internal microphone of my Canon M6 Mark II. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is the decent mic without any windscreen on. It's very small and this goes directly into the camera. This should change our life, but I think we have to move the levels up a bit because it's a lower sound type of microphone, so you have to increase the actual sound from the camera. I increased the sound level to the maximum on the camera and this is how it sounds like. It's a little shotgun cardioid microphone and because it's so small I think it's a bit limiting when it comes to the clarity of the sound or the volume of the sound it can capture. I just listened to what I just filmed and I think with the volume on maximum it's a bit of noisy. It captures like noise. I don't know how to explain, but I feel like I want to turn them down a bit, and if I need my voice to be louder I can do that in post. Lower the volume and I'm gonna leave it like this. It's not like I can make the microphone better, it is what it is, so that's it basically. Anyways, I wouldn't recommend this type of microphone for like sit down professional looking videos, but it's more like a vlogging type of microphone. You put it on camera, it's very small and you take it around with you and you vlog your day and whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the camera with me, maybe even go outside and see how it's working, if we get a bit of wind or noise around us. So yeah, let's test it out this way as well. Besides the very obvious plus that this microphone has, which is the size of it, it's very small, it doesn't take up much space, it's not heavy or anything. Another advantage is how easy it is to turn it around and face you if you are behind the camera or in front of the camera, because when you're vlogging you turn the camera around a lot of times to show things or whatever. Right now I'm speaking from the behind of the microphone and this is how it sounds. It's a cardioid microphone, so it should capture what's in front of it, but I can just as easily turn it around and now it's facing me. I should talk a bit lower because it's right near my mouth, and this is also how it sounds when you are speaking very close to it. I think you can get some nice voiceovers if you need a little microphone to record your voiceover. You have this one if you want to attach the microphone on the hot shoe or cold shoe, whatever you want. You have this sponge windshield. You also have a fluffy one which is absolutely trash. I will put it on for you to hear, but if you want to use a windshield I recommend this spongy one. It's working the best. The fluffy one is just trash. Got a sponge on, it should sound just as well because the sponge is working great, but the fluff is absolutely horrible, so I'm gonna put it right now and you will hear how bad it is. So when we go out I won't carry that with me because there is no point. I will just take the sponge with me so we can hear if this can protect the microphone from the wind. Okay, so the microphone is facing me and I'm sure it's gonna sound bad because I already tried the fluff out and I don't know what's going on with it, but it's really bad. Popped the sponge windshield back on the microphone and it's time to go out and test everything in a vlogging style video. Casandra and her chicken friends and cats. So whenever I want to test a microphone, yeah, we have a bit of noise so we can test out how it goes. Usually this place is really quiet so there is not much noise, but we have a bit of wind here in the backyard and now we also have a bit of noise, which I'm glad to have at the moment because I want to see if the microphone captures my voice properly or if it captures the noise or so, if the little sponge is working. I have the little sponge on, by the way. I'm gonna also take it off and see if it makes any difference. I got the sponge off and for some reason, by the way, we have a bit of wind right now. Let's see if it's captured that without the sponge, of course. For some reason I feel like with the sponge on my voice sounds clearer and a bit louder. I don't know how this is working, but I think I'm gonna keep the sponge on from now on. I think it's a bit better. I still have the sponge off and of course I'm gonna hear everything better once I'm starting editing the video, but what I realized watching back at what I filmed is that once there is a small wind going through the microphone, kind of the whole volume goes lower and my mic is set on manual in the camera, so it's not on auto, it should not adjust itself, but for some reason I feel like it's adjusting itself somehow. So I'm filming out so you have an idea of how it captures the voice outdoors, but I have to say it's pretty quiet today. It's not a lot of noise, and personally, if I'm vlogging, I'm not that type of person to walk the camera on the street like that. I'm usually talking to the camera maybe when I'm in the car or when I'm sitting somewhere, and if it's quiet. I don't like to talk if I have a lot of people around me, so yeah, this is kind of a normal situation in my vlogging style. Again, we have a bit of noise, so I'm glad because I got to test out how it's working in this situation. Speaking of cars, I'm gonna go in the car and see how it captures the sound in there, because usually when you are in a car the sound is kind of a bit distorted, so let's go inside and see. Whew. Welcome to the car. I don't know how many degrees are outside, but I was out in shorts and I have this shirt over everything. So yeah, being out in shorts, it's very cloudy, a bit windy. Hopefully I'm gonna be okay. And yeah, this is the sound in the car. I don't know, it's being a small place, I feel all the sound is bouncing back. It's a weird way, even when you hear yourself in the car, it's like distorted a bit. And Ichimaru is visiting us again. Ichimaru is a neighbor's cat that is coming in our yard multiple times a day, and we called him Ichimaru, like Ichimaru from Bleach, which is a character that annoys me very much. But the cat is cute though. Still, we call him Ichimaru. And the living room is a good example of an echoey room. Even though it's not extremely echoey, it does come up this way when it comes to audio recording. I just got you in a room that is not renovated at all, but it has these foamy things on the wall. And because of them, everything recorded in here sounds like it was recorded in a studio. So perhaps we can say that this is an audio test in a studio. Yeah, a weird studio, but it really sounds great in here. Now the thing is, everyone in a studio is very close to the microphone, and I'm still in a vlogging style, so keep that in mind. And here we are back in the room. Hopefully you were able to hear the capabilities of this microphone. I think the name is accurate when it says decent mic. It's a decent mic. It's not the best, but not the worst either. It's working for vlogging style videos. Also, it can work very well when it comes to voiceovers, and when it's very close to your mouth you get a very sharp and round sound from the microphone. Anyways, one last test I want to do is to connect this Sairen Decent microphone to my Rode Wireless Go, because the Rode Wireless Go is a omnidirectional microphone and this one is a directional cardioid, super cardioid, whatever. I want to connect this one and use it like almost as a lavalier mic, or maybe if I want to record a voiceover I can do such a connection thing. Oh, by the way, another way how you can connect this microphone. Wait a minute, I have so many wires here. So I have this type of cable. One side goes into the camera, the other side is a plug-in. You put the microphone in here and you can use it as a lavalier mic. I also have a clip here which I attached a while ago because I used this wire to attach another type of microphone a long time ago. I did a lot of microphone experimenting things over the time, so I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna try to use this as a lav. Took that out. Okay. Okay, I have to correct myself. Definitely not a lavalier mic, because it's gonna get all the fuzz from the clothing and all the sounds and noises, and it's a bit too heavy to be a lavalier mic. But with this kind of wire you can clip this microphone and place it closer to you. So if you don't have another microphone and you want to use such a thing for both vlogging or sit down videos, you can use it for sit down videos with a long wire like this and basically place it closer to you, closer to your mouth, maybe somewhere where it's not really visible but it's close enough to you. So yeah, you can play around with this thing. It's very small, and a cable like the one that I have here, it's not expensive at all, and you can find it online in tech stores. Basically you can find a cable like this anywhere. And finally, the microphone connected to my Rode Wireless Go. Again, it's a big thing going on. Maybe without the sponge it's gonna be less visible, but other than that it captures the sound very well. I have to admit that at first I really wanted to return it. I was on my way to complete the form to return this microphone because, as I said, it's not the most expensive one, but it's not that cheap either. It's $50, and with $50 there are a lot of great microphones you can get, and this is not necessarily the best one. It's okay, it's a decent mic, but I ended up keeping it because it's small. It's small and I can very easily rotate it to face me if I am in the back of the camera, which is a detail that I think it's good. It's a great advantage to have. And even this audio test that I did for this video made me like this microphone even more, because you can connect it to the wire and have like something closer to you. You can just use it as it is connected to the camera and still get a better audio than my Canon M6 Mark II. You heard that, it's horrible. So yeah, overall I grew up on this microphone and I started to really like it. And even outside I feel like it sounded well enough. So after all, I gotta say, it's a decent microphone. It's working. It's very practical because of the size and because you can turn it around and you can connect it to several other things like the Rode Wireless Go or another wire, or just directly to the camera. You can also connect it to the hot shoe mount that comes with the microphone. So whatever you prefer, you have the options. So this kind of it for this video. I don't really like to share much of my opinions just because you have to have your own, you have to make your own decision, you have to own your opinions and thoughts about this microphone. I shared an audio test on which you can decide for yourself, so let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the Sairen Decent Mic? Do you like it? How about the versatility of it? Let's talk about it in the comments below. That was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!